Hi, my name is Katie with Factory Direct Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute DIY pumpkin. It's just a fun alternative to carving, and what you're going to need to do this craft is you're going to need a pumpkin in any size. You're going to need some fabric. Today I'm going to use this doily fabric, but you could use any kind of fabric or paper or anything that you can Mod Podge with. You're going to need a pair of scissors to cut your fabric. You're going to need some Mod Podge. This is with a matte finish. And you're going to need a paintbrush or foam brush to apply the Mod Podge with. So let's get started. Okay, so for the first step, I'm going to go ahead and actually cut out a piece of fabric to go around the middle of my pumpkin. So I'm going to use this really cute doily-ish, and I'm going to just cut a strip. And I want to make sure that I'm cutting a straight line. So look for a break in the material where it's easy to tell where the line starts and stops. So I'm just cutting right along this line until I have enough to go around the diameter of my pumpkin. Okay, let's measure, see if that's good. Looks like I need about 2 or 3 more inches. So I'm just going to finish up my cut right here. And it's really important to make sure that it's long enough to fit around your pumpkin. Yeah, that's great. So I cut off a little extra, so I'm going to stop it right before this next design on the bottom. So there is what your strip of fabric will look like. So the next step is going to be attaching it to the pumpkin. So I'm going to use Mod Podge to do this actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this and make the right cut. Let's see here. So I'm going to cut it right after this. There we go. So the next step is going to be putting the Mod Podge on the pumpkin to get this to stick. So I'm just going to do a band right in the center. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Mod Podge. And you can use a foam brush for this or a regular paintbrush. So I have this paintbrush here. And you're just going to dip it in and start applying to the center. And you want to make sure that you cover a band that is wide enough for the lace. Because if it's not on a portion of the lace, it'll just hang and it won't look clean. And this will dry clear, so if you have a little bit extra, it's not a big deal. Okay, so once you get a section painted on, you're going to go ahead and take your lace and you're going to secure it to the surface. I'm just going to push that down. Super cute. And then once again, you just want to check and make sure that you've got a straight line going along the top. Yep. So once that is on, I'm going to go ahead and keep painting, and I'm just going to hold that to make sure it stays. You can do all sorts of stuff with Mod Podge in your pumpkins. You can do paper strips that look really cool. It's just a fun way to decorate pumpkins without having to use a knife, so it's safer for parties. If you have kids that are decorating pumpkins, you don't have to worry about anyone hurting their fingers on a sharp blade. So then once again, I get a few more inches, and I'm just going to press that fabric onto there. You can use different fabrics as well. It doesn't have to be this cool crocheted doily. And I'm going to finish up here applying my final section of Mod Podge, and it meets right where the last band left off, which is just what we want it to do. So if you see here, I have a bit of excess, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off until we get that perfect meeting point. Okay, and while the glue is drying, you can go around and adjust to make sure it's in a straight line. And then after that, you're going to want to let it sit so it sticks. You can spread out your fabric, make sure it looks the way you want it to. You can pull the holes bigger or smaller. Yeah, this is going to look really cute. Perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and let this dry for a while before I apply my coat of Mod Podge on top of it. Okay, so my first layer of Mod Podge is dried on, and as you can see, this sticks pretty well, but it has potential to peel off, so I'm going to do another coat on top of it. So I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and my brush, just like the first time, and I'm just going to apply a thin layer over the fabric. So I'll just start here, and you want to press it down onto the pumpkin. So if there's places where it's not sticking up, like right here, it's sticking up, I mean not on the surface, I'm going to apply a bit underneath. Press the fabric down so it sticks to it, and then go over the top. And once again, it dries clear, so try not to get a lot of lumps, but you won't be able to see it. So just apply that thin coat all the way around. And there you have it. I'm gonna give this some time to dry, and then my pumpkin will be done. Thanks for watching. Have a lot of fun experimenting with this craft.